let's begin the class. In between, by the meantime, all others will be joined. Please provide the list of topics to study PNB risk. Yes. That I will be giving you by tomorrow. So I have a list of priorities. Tomorrow I will be sharing the entire credit material for the credit guys. First thing. Second thing is I will also share tomorrow what to read for PNB risk people. Okay, and in risk we have operational risk class to be held day after tomorrow, and in risk we will complete all these materials within a week, and we'll also enroll the complete risk material within a week. um, and after that we will have SBI CBO related materials will be given to them by this weekend. First priority is credit. One by one I will finish because we are currently having 3 batches, so one by one I will complete the task. Don't worry about it. So we'll take classes quickly because this credit material is yet to be finished, and by anyhow I will give it to you tomorrow, the entire handbook of credit. Okay, one after another we will complete everything. So because this is also the crucial time in banking, because all the bankers having so much of workload, so they could not give me time, but we will finish it at any cost, because as you know that for COVID the business was slower, and now the pressure is mounting. Half of the year has gone, so the pressure is mounting, and in rest 4 5 months the targets needs to be achieved. So, and the audit for all the branches were pending, and now they have started it. So many things has to be done at a time. So KYC AML topic you skip as of now, you read everything else. I will have quiz and materials ready to will prepare it, and I will give it to you within this week. So I don't put so much of emphasis on it. As it is mentioned, that doesn't mean that all the 30 questions will come from AML, KYC and vigilance. So don't worry about it. I have already shared you the circulars. If you have time, you read it. I will give you a detailed presentation on AML, KYC and vigilance in one PDF. I will share it to you. So by the meantime, if you have time, go through the circulars. Okay, so that AML, KYC and vigilance I will share to everyone. Don't worry about it. That will be shared. Nothing to worry. So 4 5 questions maximum from AML, KYC and vigilance. For that I am going to give you PDF, dedicated study material. So don't worry about it. Okay, so let's begin, or you have any other doubt? So for vigilance and KYC, you stay assured. First, I am enrolling the credit book because exams are drawing nearer. Second, you will have a class for risk managers on operational risk. This is the only topic that the only risk that we have not covered yet. Third, AML, KYC plus vigilance. Okay, and by the time you also, I have shared you that DI and reasoning. You do some practice. At least it will help you in overall cutoff. Okay. Yes. Hi Irfan. Yes. So now let's start the class. We will quickly revise the banking and economy developments for October. Will not take much time this time, as we have covered this RBI circular just for entire month of October, but that was bit important. Here there are few things, most of them we have already discussed. Okay, there is a recent development today happened post 7 p.m. I think all of you may be knowing that there is another bank which is put under moratorium after Yes Bank and PMC. Can you name it? Yes, Lakshmi Vilas Bank, but that is not a topic for your exams. This could be a topic for your interviews. Yes, Lakshmi Vilas Bank. I'm not covering it. Don't worry about it. No, this will not be there in your exam papers. in case for BOI people, because it is in your exam is bit ahead, so if they ask, well and good, but remember Lakshmi Vilas Bank. There were India Bulls was there to buy, but we don't know whether DCB is taking over or not. This is far away. That is a topic of your interviews. Don't worry about it. We'll quickly finish it off because we have less time. Yeah, DCB is taking over, but RBI proposed India Bulls was set to buy it. Yeah, I think many of you you are from Lakshmi Vilas Bank. Okay, that's great. But I think all of you were sure in Lakshmi Vilas Bank about the India Bulls takeover also. But at the last moment, that has been cancelled. I think it has been cancelled in the last moment, I guess. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the topics. Okay. No, DCB, Indian Bank, DCB Bank. Okay, so what are the developments? RBI has deferred implementation of provisions of made by Basel III. They are due to uncertainty in COVID-19. The proposed CCB and NSFR being deferred. Acha, DSB. Okay. DSB, not DCB. Okay. Yes. Sorry, DBS. DBS. Okay. Singapore based. Okay. Okay. No issue. But see whether it is finalized or not. You check it. Okay. That is not a topic of discussion. Okay. Don't worry about. They will not discuss about Lakshmi Vilas Bank's takeover. And I also wish him he will switch very soon. So he has also not to worry about the situation at Lakshmi Vilas Bank. But I know few of my friends are in Lakshmi Vilas Bank. They are a bit tensed, that I know. So let's move to the current updates very fast. I think all of you know that there is a proposed CCB NSFR to be implemented by this year, but this has now been deferred to April 21st, 2021 due to COVID-19. Okay. So the capital conservation buffer was introduced to ensure that the banks have additional layer of usable capitals that can be drawn down when losses are incurred. The buffer was implemented in full as of 2019 and is set at 2.5% of total risk-weighted assets. It must be met with the common equity tier 1 capital only. The NSFR is defined as the amount of available stable funding relatively to the amount of required stable funding. This ratio should be equal to at least 100% on ongoing basis. Okay, so all this we have discussed completely in complete detail in Basel 3 classes. You can check it out. Okay, so PM, you can put down your hand. That will disturb the PPT going further. Okay, you please put down your hands. Okay. Yes, thank you for that. So now this implementation of CCB and NSFR is being deferred. Okay, it is additional requirements under Basel 3. This is not the core requirement of Basel 3. I think you will be knowing that this NSFR, liquidity coverage ratio, etc. is later on introduced. The initial set of Basel 3 was introduced in the year 2009, and in 2013 these additional layers have been introduced. Okay. So for more details, you check out this Basel PDF. You cannot go to read all the, you can check out the classes right now because it will take time. You can check out the PDF. Okay, so more secured on LCBG. IDBI Bank became the first bank to implement the new feature of document embedding facility with letter of credit and bank guarantee messages over structured financial messaging system platform of Indian Financial Technology and Allied Services. Note that the process would be conducted via middleware application iConnect SFMS developed by IDBI Intech. The new feature of document embedding provides banks with functionality of transmitting a PDF document up to 1 MB size along with LCBG messages. Through this feature, there will be a transmission of digitally signed document with ensure the reliability of the transaction. I think all of you know how this LCBG is processed. There is a transmission of information from one bank to another bank happen. Okay, there is one bank which is called opening bank, the other bank is negotiating bank, the third one is the confirming bank. Okay, so the document needs to be sent to them physically, but now IDBI Bank become the first bank to send a electronic message which will embed the documents of LCBG along with the message, right? So I think you understood the feature. Will not waste more time on it because exam is so nearer that with a blink of eye it will come up. So there is a SBI HUL partnership. SBI people can take a note of it. SBI ECBO people. State Bank of India has entered into a partnership with FMCG major Hindustan Unilever to offer corporate solutions to its trade partners. Okay, so note the partnership aims to make availing credit easy for channel partners, provides UPI based payment solutions and POS terminals to retailers and distributors. See, in your bank exams, in banking awareness, things that are related to credit flow are important, and where there are electronic, there are news related to UPI transaction, RuPay card transaction, okay, technology driven things that are also important. Okay, so leave all else. NDB RRTS tie-up. New Development Bank has approved a loan to Mumbai Metro and for the Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut Regional Rapid Transit System. So it is a credit issue. So you need to remember who has provided a loan to RRTS. This is New Development Bank. $241 million loan to Mumbai Metro Rail 2 project. A loan of rupees $500 million has been approved for the Delhi Ghaziabad Meerut RRTS project. The New Development Bank was formerly known as BRICS Bank. Is the official name of the New Development Bank established by the BRICS group of countries. I think BRICS, you know, the BRICS countries, you know about BRICS countries: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Okay, and this New Development Bank is headquartered in Shanghai, China. Okay, getting it? So the MPC revamped. I think I have taken a class for MPC. So the Monetary Policy Committee is revamped. The MPC entire October MPC class PDF is there, class is there, and along with the developments of for the month of MPC, I have taken a complete class how MPC works. You can check it out. So I will not waste much time on that. MPC is a 6-member committee. The new members are Professor Asima Goel, a professor at the Mumbai based Indira Gandhi Institute of Development and Research; Professor Jayant R. Burma, a professor of finance of Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad; and Shashank Bhide, an agricultural economist and a senior advisor with at the National Council of Applied Economic Research in New Delhi. I think you all be knowing that the MPC was set to held at September 25, which was deferred to October first week only because the new members were not added. The old members were almost resigned, their tenure was completed, but the new members were not added, and for that the meeting of MPC committee was deferred for a week. For that it was in news, so you need to remember it, and the new members and their background needs to be remembered for the exam. Okay, so the other members are Shaktikant Das, Michael Patra and Mridul Sagar, and these three from Reserve Bank of India. And so Shaktikant Das will always be anyone who is a Reserve Bank of India governor is the chairman of MPC. He will be called ex officio chairman. Why ex officio? What is the meaning of ex officio? Meaning by virtue of being in the chair. That does not mean if Shaktikant Das resigns immediately from the RBI board as RBI governor, he will continue to hold this position. No, anyone who comes to the position of RBI governor, he will be heading MPC. Getting it? That is called ex officio, right? The previous external MPC candidates were Chetan Ghatte, Rabindra Dholkia, and Pommi Dua. Right? Will not waste much time on that. I will give you a glimpse of third bi-monthly MPC. In the third Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India met on 7th, 8th and 9th October for third meeting of 2020-21. The RBI Governor Shaktikant Das has announced the crucial policy decisions at the bank's third bi-monthly policy review, and these are the rates. You can check it out. The earlier repo was 4%, which continued to be same. Reverse repo remains the same, MSF remains the same, bank rate remains the same, CRR also, CRR and SLR both also remains the same. So there is no policy cut. And let me tell you one thing, that it is a bi-monthly policy review and it is expected that they will meet 6 times a year. Okay, and it cannot go below 4 times a year. So for the year 2020 they have met already for 7th times. That means for COVID outbreak, due to the emergency situation, they have met for another time, and that will be adjusted next year. They will be meeting for 5 times in the year 21, in the FY21. Getting it? These are the catchy points, you need to remember it. And IB eNote paperless. Indian Bank has launched a green initiative named IB eNote to enable a total paperless working environment. This tool enables processing and tracking of notes put up by various offices gradually. The bank for this initiative has customized SharePoint, one of the features of Microsoft Office. The bank also launched IndGuru and e-learning platforms for its employees. Getting it? Swiggy and MOU with Ministry of Housing Urban Affairs. Generally, this type of questions related to private players are not that much important, and this is all about a e-commerce platform. But why it is important? Because this is somewhere linked to Atmanirbhar PM Swanidhi scheme, and PM Swanidhi scheme, the disbursement of loan under PM Swanidhi scheme is is in high demand in banks. Many of our colleagues are busy on disbursing it. Those who are heading the credit department, they are also getting huge pressure to disburse loans under this scheme. I think there is a credit stimulus package that the finance ministry has announced, and to cater to meet the targets, all public sector banks are working hard, and that is why existing bankers are under tremendous pressure. Even I am also under tremendous pressure for enrolling this social security scheme post COVID-19. So that's why we are not able to give enough time as I used to give, but still I somehow managing it, and those who are preparing materials for us are still keeping it busy. So if once you come to bank, you will sense how difficult it is to meet the social security targets, because in private banks, many of you are working private bank, you have sales pressure. In public sector bank, you have two pressures. One is the sales is obvious, because sales is now becoming an integral part of banking. If you banks will grow, your salary will grow, because now this performance linked incentive is also added, though it is migrant nature, very less in nature, but in future this component will increase. Okay. And apart from that, you will have the public pressure, public standing in a row will ask for loans, you cannot deny that. That is, the public pressure is more important. You can you can tell your peers, you can tell your seniors, you have not done enough business this month, you will do it next month, but you cannot deny a service to any customer. Customer will need money, customers will